Mike Reno.
Picked a bad night to come. The parking was awful. The Rochester implements a sort of homegrown assessment to determine advanced placement into algebra. And for several years, the district has had data that shows it's really a horrible predictor of success. So I'm here once again to advocate that you review some of that data and hoping that you'll find something new that will encourage rather than discourage advanced programs for our kids. For several years, this test has needlessly discouraged scores of kids from advancing faster into algebra. Fortunately, some knowledgeable parents can overrule the district and have their kids opt into algebra. And despite the predictions of failure from the district experts, these rogue children have done great. Your own data shows that for the last several years, a vast majority of these kids have been getting A's and B's. Your own data clearly shows that this test gives faulty placement recommendations, and the result is that many children who could have entered algebra earlier have now been locked into a slower track for the rest of their time in our schools. From my perspective, this is part of a repeated pattern of opposition in this district to advancing programs that challenge kids that are advanced. This is a source of frustration for academic parents, and it's the sort of nonsense, quite frankly, that drives 17% of the children that live within the boundaries of this district to go to non-public schools rather than our own district. I think you also need to evaluate your definition of advanced. The district believes that algebra is a 9th grade class, and that if you're taking algebra in 8th grade, it's advanced, and if you're taking it in 7th grade, it's double advanced. Well, I have with me, right here, the book we use, the Michigan edition of the algebra book. And right in the very back of it, the publisher prints the 8th grade GLICs, the 8th grade standards and benchmarks that the state of Michigan has set. They believe this is an 8th grade class. Now, district experts like to dismiss that fact, so let me offer another. I have right here the California edition. It's an almost identical book to the Michigan book, but in California, all kids, all 8th graders take algebra. And so I hope you can see that this is the kind of competition our kids are going to be facing once they get to college. And I'm hoping that there might be some new board members that might be willing to take up the role of being being a champion for advanced math. Here's some more district data. 2 years ago, 30% of our children took geometry in 8th grade. This year, it's 9%. Next year, it'll be 6%. We're going backwards. The district's content experts like to rebut this by pointing out that advanced students will get the AP Calc under the old program just the same as they will under the new. But I certainly hope that perhaps some of the new board members don't buy into this status quo is good enough approach. Our children need your critical thinking right now, not a rubber stamp of everything that gets brought forth. You need to challenge this stuff, especially in light of all these facts. Don't put this on the back burner. It's not too late. They just tested the kids last week. It's possible for you to intervene and save this incoming class.
Thank you, Mike.